Bastet City Watchers fighting for justice for David R. Johnson, inmate number 1233494, Telfair Prison, Georgia. Racism is a public health crisis that must be addressed. Welcome all to Channel 7, the news channel where the revolution will be televised. Thank you for joining Bastet City Watchers. We are the new ancestral Black community legal advocacy program for government accountability and transparency. We have a 13-point solutions of equity. We have goals that we are fighting for, and I come to you today regarding goal number 7. Goal number 7 is that we are asking the United States federal government for an external investigation on the mass incarceration of Black men throughout prisons in all 50 states located within the jurisdiction of the United States. We have found that the United States government, as well as states located within the United States, have been violating the civil rights of Black men and women for well over 200 years. Slavery supposedly had been abolished sometime, slavery and involuntary servitude, my apologies, had been abolished sometime in the 1800s. Well, we have found that with the creation of the 13th Amendment, that allowed for not the dissolution and the abolition of slavery and involuntary servitude, but that created a portal for the Ku Klux Klan members to ensure that they have set up inside of the judicial systems, the police departments, and Supreme Courts to ensure that they've set their Confederate KKK members in these places so that they can further enforce unconstitutional slavery and unconstitutional involuntary servitude. The 13th Amendment says that slavery and involuntary servitude has been abolished except by way of punishment of one being duly convicted. What we found is that particular clause allows the states to unduly convict Black men and women within their jurisdictions of crimes without, one, affording us the equal protection at law, two, without giving us fair and adequate procedural and substantive due process, three, without allowing us a fair opportunity to access the courts and to petition the government. It does not allow us to do many things. So I call on you today to join me, Rachel Campbell, the founder and CEO of Bastet City Watchers as we fight and tackle Black solutions. We are fighting for justice for David R. Johnson, inmate number 1233494, who he's currently being illegally and unlawfully held by way of kidnap in the Telfair State Prison in Helena, Georgia. And he has been kidnapped, illegally detained, illegally and unlawfully arrested, and illegally, wrongfully, and unconstitutionally charged for the commission of a crime of felonious murder, in which he did not commit. So we have found that David R. Johnson, inmate number 1233494, was illegally kidnapped by the state of Georgia, and that he is being illegally, unconstitutionally, and unlawfully detained by Telfair State Prison. This has been going on for 16 years. We found that there was never an indictment that was returned to the court, to the clerk of court in open court, and we are fighting so that we can get restitution. We say, fuck reparations. We demand restitution. David R. Johnson has been imprisoned by kidnap, slavery, and involuntary servitude for 16 years. It is now time for the revolution to begin. I'm not talking a physical revolution in the sense of promoting violence against the state of the United States of America. However, I am talking an intellectual revolution for all of us who are slightly inclined with a little bit of knowledge of legal procedures, knowledge of the law, and knowledge of the criminal procedures to step forward so that we can have our Black men return to us. It is time to stop talking about what should be done in reference to Black solutions. We do not have a Black agenda. In fact, our Black agenda is the promotion of Black solutions. So as a part of Bastet City Watchers Black solutions to fight for the mass incarceration of Black men and women, our founder and CEO has enjoined with David R. Johnson, inmate number 1233494, currently being held in Telfair State Prison, Helena, Georgia, by way of filing a civil tort action against the state of Georgia, against former prosecutor Spencer Lawton Jr., against the arresting detective Roger Midell, against the public pretender that that provided David R. Johnson ineffective counsel, Todd Martin, against the judge that had a constitutional duty to prevent injury and to support the Constitution of the United States of America, as well as the state of Georgia Constitution, Perry Brannon Jr. All of these people were involved in an act of conspiracy to intentionally interfere with federally protected legal rights and federally protected constitutional rights that was granted to David R. Johnson at the time of his illegal indictment. So I come to you all today and asking that you follow us. I will be bringing forth more information coming soon, but I ask that you share this video to as many people as you can, because as we know that mass incarceration in the United States of America is a huge problem for black men and women, and it is time for the revolution to be televised. It is time for black men and women to be returned home to their families so that we can continue our fight and be prepared for this other revolution that is getting ready to be coming. I ask that you search the state of Georgia, state court of Chatham counties. Follow us, case number S as in Sam, T as in Tom, C as in Campbell, V as Victorious, 21-02160. As a part of our Black Solutions for fighting for justice and to end mass incarceration of black men and women, we have filed a civil rights violation, civil action tort claim against all defendants that have been aforementioned within this video. So I thank you very kindly for listening to this. I ask and pray that we share, like, and subscribe to my video, to my page, my apologies, so that you can stay abreast of what is taking place as we fight for justice for David R. Johnson, inmate number 1233494, currently being illegally held and detained in Telfair State Prison, Department of Corrections, Helena, Georgia. Peace, love, and power. And remember, Black first.